So, some time has passed, the war has ended, and the human life around you is slowly beginning to reestablish itself, reestablish some normalcy. However, your existence, the existence of Kindred, continues to be full of dangers. Felicia and Roman sometimes go to scout to the western bank of the river, looking for other kindred of the Camarilla, or for other lost ones who could provide additional protection from Sabbat. And also, Felicia is still looking for Estera, but she doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. It is a winter night. The snow has been falling for the last few days. It's covered most of the streets with quite thick layer. You do not mind the cold, but you know the people in the flats above might be feeling it much more acutely. You see people warming themselves, but lighting fires. And you are still in your haven with Felicia and Roman, who are about to go on their next escapade to the other side of the river. Roman, you've known him for a while. He's a pretty direct man, a Nosferatu with greyish skin and deep wrinkles, looking as if there was too much of a skin and somehow it got compacted into this ridges on his face. There are some scabs marking it and dark boils, some of which are ever so slightly bleeding. He's certainly not the pretty side, but he doesn't seem to mind. And he can be pretty harsh. But you know you can trust him. And you know he and Felicia knew each other before the war. Felicia is preparing to go out. As always, she's dressing appropriately for the seasons, whoever. She's putting on her scarf, her warm coat, a hat that she knitted, and the gloves that she also knitted. You know she needs a lot, as this is something that helps her feel calmer and soothe her emotions. Roman is just standing there in like whatever sort of clothes he could find. He has a partially stained coat, a little bit torn, thrown over his body. He has simple trousers and simple shirt, and heavy, you think army boots. Pretty well made. This is definitely the best made part of his clothing.
I've offered to stitch his coat time and time again. I get the feeling he's not accepting that offer.
No, so he just looks at you. Well, where am I gonna go show off my fancy clothing after you stitch it?
I'm getting the cold breeze in.
Or maybe one day. But you know, I need my clothes. Believe me, you don't want to see me naked.
I wasn't saying I was going to look at you naked.
I only have one set of clothing, so you know. So anyway, you girls are staying to guard the castle, right?
Yes. You'll need a hand out there, don't you?
Well, I don't know. I think it's easier to sneak around in a smaller group, you know? It's not a, like, tourist excursion. We'll have one of those at some point. You'll see. But it's not a pretty sight out there.
Yes, you're probably right.
Felicia looks at you. You will be safe here. We won't be gone for very long. But, you know, we need to find somebody else. There must be someone they couldn't all have left. Died. No, I don't believe it. We'll find them all right. says Roman. I know, like your sire, he looks at Mara, is somewhere around. That old creep.
He can go for whatever I care.
I don't particularly want to meet him. I don't think that's good company or particularly fun one. I steered away from him even before everything went to shit in the city. We'll have a look around. We'll find somebody eventually. You know, with all this stuff going around. Yeah. We really, really should. Well, at least we stick together.
Okay.
He just shakes his head. He looks around for something he could kick. Looks at Felicia, thinks better of it, doesn't. Felicia's just looking at him. All right, have you finished? Shall we go? You know, the sooner we leave, the sooner we'll be back. Safe here, you safe in whatever sewer we crawl into. You could stay with us, you know. I like my own haven, thank you very much. You know, men's place. What do you want to distribute, ladies? I'm sure you'll manage.
And you mean he doesn't want to stay in the house with 2 Malkavians, a Bruja, and a Nosferatu? What could go wrong?
And he goes out. Felicia still comes to you. You'll be all right. I know you'll be all right. Take care of yourself, Bea. And she hugs you, as she always does. When she leaves. And then she's off. And you are left in a haven. And you know that what they talk about, it's not just some ideas they thought out. For signs of Sabbat presence. Some drain of blood have been found in the area. Some similar sites of horrific murders, like the one Bea and Janina found at the hospital a long time ago. Not that many in your immediate surrounding. But you know you have to be careful in the city. What do you do normally? How do you spend your time in your haven? Do you go out? By now, you have some mortal contacts. There, you know, some kids who engage in not legal activities, but keep each other safe and stay together and have a base around here, you know, the bar owner in the local area, and some people frequent there as well. Janina, you know, Witold is safe. He survived the war. He doesn't live nearby, but you know he is still working, moving between different halls, trying to reestablish education for a future generation of doctors. And you, Mara, managed to make a contact at the Polish radio, where you sometimes go to act. But not tonight. You're not scheduled to be there tonight.
Well, we are throwing a party. We play home. When your sire are going to let us, I don't know, have a life.
I mean, what she doesn't know can't hurt her.
Do we go hunt together?
I'm together.
Safer.
Like that.
We'll stay nearby. It'll be fine. What could go
Oh.
wrong?
You are with me. I'll protect you, don't worry. I'm a scary big monster. I'll just charge anything scary. Let us, Sabbath demons, come at me. But seriously speaking, your side at some point should resign herself that maybe we are the only one left.
Maybe. But
It's been weeks. It's a very long time. As if
Yeah.
they didn't show up. They probably never will.
I tried to bring it up with her once. She wasn't happy, so best to just let her to it.
She wants a society we can make one, I suppose. She can.
Janina, how do you feel about this topic?
About what
Who
exactly?
survived? About, whether there is hope that you will find some others, whether you're the only ones left, whether you should make your own society. Does Janina have any thoughts on this?
I think Janina thinks that there must definitely be others, but from what she's seen, maybe they are not the good ones. So if there are any better kindred left, they are probably hidden somewhere or through the city. So she isn't sure if they are hiding somewhere here, and if Felicia will find someone or not. But she wants to hope that there are others.
Well, girls, hunting party?
Yes, I think
Sounds like a good evening.
it won't hurt us if we go together.
Well, yeah. Let's get wild, girls. I can disguise myself already, or still learning?
Yes, you can. You can by now. You've learned Mask of 1,000 Faces. You can pretend to look however you want.
Oh. Okay. I'll probably since I'm still learning, I think I probably just look like what I looked before the embrace.
Okay.
I think I'll stick to the basics. Or no, I have another idea. I look like Janina. So we can be like twins, but with a
Actually, I had this idea.
We can.
I saw this idea from me.
Yeah,
I just was thinking about it. It would be fun if you look like one of our twins.
Okay, you look like Janina.
Yeah.
She's redheaded, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
We've got 3 redheads.
You're a coterie of redheads, yeah.
Reds are cool. So let's go, sisters.
Yeah. So because it's a practice session, I'm not gonna make you roll and spend blood because it's all a bit nebulous. But normally, of course.
Yeah, I should roll because I could end up like the ugly
Okay.
Janina.
Then roll for manipulation and performance with difficulty 7. I have a very handy cheat sheet for various disciplines. I don't know it all by heart.
I was impressed. You could have just told us you did.
Yeah, but So, manipulation and performance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Acting? No, I don't think can't apply. 7, the difficulty is
7. Yeah, I think it's a standard one of 7.
2 successes.
2 successes. You look reasonably like Janina. There are some differences. Do you want to replicate her bruises that she has on her neck?
Ah, yes.
So you end up with a little bit more bruises.
Okay.
But
Fine.
you don't look like twins, but you look like family, like sisters maybe.
I'm just standing there and applauding quietly.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I liked you better when you with your real face.
In all seriousness, I prefer my face and my glorious self, but I can. Or we
just
can
can't handle.
together. I can, if I have my usual appearance, I can always stalk you in the shadows. Not very funny.
Well, sometimes it is funny.
If you prefer, next
No.
night you hunt or I
I always
view your
wanted to have a
shadow.
sister. Now I have one that looks almost like me.
Wow. Oh, let's go hunt. Let's go hunt.
I think
So-
just before we moved out, I think I was draining a cup of tea down the sink to try and get some tea leaves, just to do a quick check.
Okay.
For the evening. It's my usual go-to of how bad is this idea?
So roll for perception and awareness.
Okay.
With difficulty 7.
Wait, no successes.
You can't tell. You're looking at the
Yep.
tea leaves in the
That's
sink.
tea.
There's just tea leaves.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any order or pattern to them.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, the fates have said that nothing's going to go wrong, so nothing's going to go wrong.
We'll be fine.
Yes.
So you leave your haven.
Lock up behind us and link arms and just wander down the street.
You lock it behind you. It is still snowing. You see the snowflakes drifting in the street light that is there. The streets are fairly dark, but in this area of the city, some street lamps are working. Your boots are sinking quite deeply into the snow. Nobody is. Like, there are areas on the roads where snow has been removed. The main roads mostly has been pushed to the side. There are people with shovels working on it, but not in the smaller street where you live. Where do you head? How do you want to hunt? Where do you want to go? Are you just trying to find a random passerby? Do you want to head to a bar? Do some of you feed on animals?
I'm a people person.
Yeah, I think we could go somewhere outside, but where there are quite some people go to, like busy street or something, and maybe find someone there and follow them.
Stalking, yes. If we get them alone, I have something You give me an idea.
Surrounded.
I think you'll have fun.
So you head towards the main streets, towards the bar that Bea knows very well because she knows its owner, in that general direction. And as you pass, you see a group of people gathered outside some building, clearly like trying to get inside, and two policemen trying to keep them outside, just being like, please stay back, we can't let you in. And people going, tell us what happened. When are you going to do something about this? People are dying here. There's a bit of an argument going on.
Anyone want to have a nosy?
Sound interesting. Well, we were looking for something to do tonight.
Okay, let's go closer.
Yes.
Let's go.
So you come in closer. And from the conversations, you can gather that this is a murder site, that people are very upset. They want to know what has happened. People aren't being let in. The policemen are just standing up. Please stay back, we are taking care of this. They look very tired, both of them.
The door is closed.
The door is shut. You don't know if it's locked or not, but it is closed.
There might be a back door.
There may be. There are sometimes different entrances to the building. You can try to find a window to go in.
So it's like an apartment building?
Yeah, it is. Well, it is. It used to be. It is partially destroyed, the building. You don't think anyone lives there at the moment.
So the
But
windows are
the
broken.
walls, the down walls, yes, the windows are broken. There's like glass in some of them. In some of them, there are like sharp shards of glass. But you can, if you go around, attempt to find a way in.
Okay, what do you say, girls? Should we go inside and check it?
I can. If we find something open, I can go. Well, we both can go inside without being seen.
You would go out inside and I would stay outside because I can't be unseen.
Well, first we have to find some way in, and then we figure out how to make you.
Okay.
I could be a good distraction if need be.
Ah, that's an idea.
Okay, let's try to find a way in.
So you split away from the crowd. You hear a bit of an argument. You hear people, as if I was talking, like, what is happening? They even murdered somewhere in a church a few nights ago. They're really doing nothing. I thought the war has ended. I thought that things would be better now. And people seem tired and scared as you split away from the group. Walk into some back street. And you can indeed find broken window. You see flashlight light inside. There are some people inside with flashlights, clearly. Not many, but someone is there.
Do we think that the flashlights are coming from policemen? Like,
I mean, I think it's a reasonable assumption that they would. There is police outside. I think one of you has common sense. So I can tell you that based on that.
The murderer is still here!
As in the merit. The most likely thing is, yes, there is police at the site.
okay, so if we go inside, we should have a story to tell the policemen in case they would meet us.
Maybe we wait and see if they leave.
Okay, maybe we could go hunt and get back later.
Yes, we could.
Okay.
So you go to hunt.
Yes.
And another thing, you can indeed see some people from the crowd that was gathered outside the building split away, start going home in various directions. There is a young couple going together, holding hands, stopping from time to time to kiss. They walk close to one another, try to comfort one another. There is a group of friends who try to joke about the whole situation with murders, but you can tell that they're kind of tense. There is few lonely people going in various directions.
It's like who is going alone and is going alone in the distance.
Look, well, I didn't hear the first part.
If there is someone who is going to some place, like some street that is abandoned, or who is not in a crowd or not.
Yeah, these are all people splitting away from a crowd. Yes, there is like sort of middle-aged man turning into one of the smaller streets. There is an older lady going into another. If you're looking for alone people, there are a couple of younger people as well.
So, one girl, not old lady.
No.
We know better than to mess with old ladies.
Yes.
What about the man? The middle-aged man?
So there is a middle-aged man. He's slightly hunched, dressed in pretty plain workers' clothing, wrapping himself in a coat, kind of trying to warm his hands in the sleeves. And he's walking through the snow.
Does he look healthy? Like not limping and...
Well,
not
he looks... roll for perception and medicine.
Alright. Perception 3 and medicine 3. But I only have two dice, so wait for me. I will have to...
Oh no.
So I'm gonna...
It's difficulty 8 to like assess him like this.
Okay, so now I have 7 and 1, 8 and 0,
8 and 0.
and 2 and 1. So 3 successes and 2 not successes.
And you had a 1. How many ones did you have?
2. 2 ones,
2
1
ones.
0 and 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Okay, right. So you
I
know
have to buy more dice.
Yeah, you're not sure. He looks cold and he looks tired. He doesn't seem to be like obviously stressed walking. Might be slightly malnourished. Might be, you know, slightly weakened, but many people in the city at this time. He looks to be in good enough health.
Okay, so I look at the girls and ask them if you want to go after him.
After you.
That one. I would.
Or do you see someone better?
That one can do. You want a bite too?
Yes.
I can. Okay.
I'll keep watch.
Let's. You want? I have an idea. You approach him and I grab him from behind.
All right. Okay, so
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay, so I'm trying to catch up with the man.
I turn obfuscate and I follow.
So do you hide? Do
Yes.
you use? Okay, right. Okay, Janina, you can catch up with him easily. He's not walking fast.
Okay, so I'm trying to get in front of him and I'm asking, hello, sir. I saw you there with the policeman. And can you please tell me what happened?
Well, they won't tell us what happened, will they? No, some people got murdered. Apparently, some policemen. They've been trying these murderers, you know. The ones from the church and from down south.
There was a murder at the church?
Yes. Our church here nearby. He crosses himself.
Okay,
as he
Janina
says
crosses
it.
herself too.
Yes. God forbid. Murder in a church. There was a body. A body of a teenage woman. I don't know who she was. People say she lived nearby, a local girl. Good girl, they say. Someone, can you imagine someone killing at the church? There's nothing sacred to people in this time, nothing left.
Yes.
While he talks, I walk behind him. I actually listen to all the thing about the murder. When I think he finished, in a very we are alone, right?
Yeah, you are in the street alone.
In a very, very theatrical way, I just rise from the. She can. My Janina can see me. Obviously, he can't. I just like rise like a demon behind him, and I grab him and bite him. I bite him because I know the last time didn't go so well when I tried to.
So before you do that, Janina, just roll me charisma and subterfuge with difficulty 6 to see how well you can distract him.
Yeah.
Charisma 2, subterfuge 2, so far nothing. And 1 success. 1 9.
1 success. Okay, so he as you are about to bite in, he glances back, but before he can react, your fangs go into his neck, and you're drinking, and it's an amazing taste.
I try to not drink. I assume I'm not super hungry.
No, you're fine. You're not super hungry.
Because obviously, mommy would be feed.
We'll get to you being super hungry later on.
So I try to drink, not drink just a little, and then I step back and go towards Janina, just like.
Do you drink, Janina?
Yes, I think Janina holds the man. Before, I think she held him even when she was feeding, so he didn't collapse. And she will also feed from the other side.
All right. Belle, where are you when all this is happening?
I'm sort of I'm back at the start of the street, closer to where he came from, trying to keep an eye out and not getting distracted.
Okay.
We'll see.
So roll for perception and alertness.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I've got perception. Do
you have perception?
I have perception. That's literally all I'm rolling.
I roll with difficulty 6. It's pretty easy to notice people around. There aren't many people.
Okay, due to the 1, that is 1 success.
So you get a bit distracted by the snow falling, trying to find patterns in it. But you manage to shake yourself, and you indeed see a woman going towards you. She's not entering the street yet, but she is turning to go in your direction. She is wearing like warm gloves, warm coat, kind of hunched to. It is pretty cold. You can see her breath quite visibly in the air. She looks young, maybe in her early 30s.
Okay. Before she notices me, I want to take off my necklace and just drop it in the snow nearby, and just start acting as though I'm looking around for something. And as she approaches, I'll say, "I'm so sorry, you haven't seen a necklace anywhere. I think I might have dropped it." Just try and keep her distracted.
Okay. I think it's fine. She will help you. She has no reason not to. So she starts looking. Oh, she considers you a bit.
Yeah.
Glances around.
Yeah.
She starts looking through the snow. She's not like going down.
No,
and
that's fair.
she indeed finds it pretty quickly because you didn't throw it very far. It's like, oh, is that your?
Oh goodness! Oh, thank you so much. Oh, can't quite see so well in this lighting. Oh, it's
I know. Hey, at least we're alive, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure they will fix it too.
Oh, the irony. Yes. Oh, thank you so much.
No, you better go home. It's horrible about the murders, isn't it?
Oh goodness! Oh, have there been more? Oh gosh.
Well, yes, they said. Well, I mean, not, of course, police won't tell us anything, but people have been saying, like, my friend talked to her friends who knows someone who actually found the body, and they said there was like a body of a policeman, that the killer got them.
It's awful, but you would have thought things would be getting better.
I hope they will, but I guess it is to expect. There is gonna be all sorts of criminals in times like this. Some people just take advantage, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you found your necklace.
Thank you so much. That's all I have left of before. Thank you. You stay safe.
And you managed to distract her long enough for Mara and Janina to finish feeding.
I got you.
Yeah.
The man collapses, kind of looking around, not quite sure what happened. He seems very dazed. But you know he should be fine.
Yes, probably. We
Does he
lick
have
the wounds.
enough? Yes, we lick the wounds. And does he have enough clothes on him so we can leave him sitting here?
Yes, he has a proper warm coat. He doesn't have gloves.
I will tuck his arms around his coat so they didn't freeze.
Oh.
Okay, so you
Look
do
at us
that.
caring monsters.
And as you walk away, a woman walks past you, and you see Bea still waving at her. Maybe
I press myself to a wall and become invisible, like with the first power. So I just.
And I'm just standing with the man who's sitting there, and I look at the woman and I tell her that he just had quite a lot to drink, so I'm staying here and I'm pretending that he's like my friend. And
well, you take care.
Yeah.
She smiles at you and she continues walking.
Success, go team.
And man starts moving. You know, he will be fine. He is like regaining his senses.
Okay. So I think it's time to bolt out of there.
Skedaddle.
Yeah. Before he will come to his senses completely.
I think I'll become again Janina twin, but with a dress.
So roll again for manipulation. And performance. 7 difficulty.
7.
7. Remember that
successes.
once detract successes.
Yes, 3 successes.
3 successes. Oh, you look more like her than you did before.
Janina too. Like
Yeah, like, you know, Bea can tell a little differences when she really focuses.
Yeah.
But when she doesn't, they look pretty much the same.
I'm
And
becoming,
to a passerby who doesn't know you, you will look like the same.
I'm becoming Janina proficient.
Can we try the parent trap? With Felicia?
I get the feeling Felicia will know.
Yeah. That could be fun.
Mama always knows.
Yeah, exactly. So you go back to
To the
the
murder
same-
side?
Yeah, so you go back to the murder side, and you go back. There is still a little bit of crowd, but you see 2 policemen talking to another 2. There is a woman there, one of the policemen with a camera, and one other man with like a notebook. They clearly just left the building. They have their flashlights still in their hands. And you hear them talking. It's like, oh. Well, nothing more to see here. We're going back. You stay warm. Don't let people in there. We'll send someone in here to clean all of this up. And they walk away. The two at the door are still standing there. But you can now go back to the window and go in.
Okay.
window.
So, should we send Mara first? Because she can be invisible?
Yeah.
The window is open.
It's broken.
Okay, perfect. So I obfuscate and I slip inside very carefully and stealthily.
You sleep inside. It is really dark inside. It is difficult to see. There is a little bit of light coming in through the broken windows from some street lamps. There is not much light from the moon. The sky is clouded. It is still snowing. But you can just about make the contours of walls, the door. And you look around for a bit. And you can smell blood here very clearly. So I assume you follow the direction.
Yes.
So you come to the room. And what you can see there is bodies of 2 people. Their heads have been removed. And the bodies are pinned to the stone wall with some metal rods, crowbars, which are just pushed deep inside through their bodies and into the wall. And 2 people in the remains of what you gather to be a new sort of police uniform that is emerging. They are crossed there with their arms wide, as if on a cross. And between them, there is a 3rd cross, painted with blood. And there's flames around it, also painted with blood. You have to come very close to see the painting, but you see there's something on the wall.
There are no living people inside the.
No, not that you can tell. No.
I go back to the window and I Speaking very quietly, whispering, break the obfuscate? Or I can...
Yes, if you talk to them, they will be able to see you.
Other people will be able to see me, or
no, the two
okay.
people you talk to.
Okay, my arm had emerged from the you can get inside if you want. It's not a pretty sight.
That's fair.
Honestly.
One thing you'll know about Bea is that she is much better at noticing you when you're obfuscated than she is when you're not. Weirdly, it's a very bizarre thing. She's just kind of oblivious when you're not obfuscated, and you can walk straight up to her and she'll get surprised.
She clearly would be.
Bea is pretty sneaky, so she'll climb through the window as quietly as she can, and follow.
Yeah, Janina does the same.
So you're sneaking through the window. Just roll for dexterity and stealth. With difficulty, I think it's easy. Difficulty 5 because the policemen are mostly engaged with conversation with people.
2 successes.
3 successes. 3 successes.
3 successes. So you manage to stay quiet, and Mara leads you, I assume, to the room, and you see the same sight. The bodies attached to the wall, as if on a cross. One cross painted with blood.
I feel like we've been here before.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It seems some sort of cult thing.
We have seen the cross. Does it look similar like the one in the hospital?
Yeah,
That's where we saw it, yes.
There's definitely similarity there.
Yes, I pull open the page of my notebook where I've sketched it in, and hold it up and just look at it. Yes. I want to lean forward and touch the blood and use Spirit's Touch.
Okay, roll perception and empathy with difficulty 7. Oh, actually, it depends. The better things you get, the more you get of insight. So if you get 6, also let me know.
It was not as nearly as good a roll as last time. I've got 110. Would insightful help me reroll?
Yeah. No, you don't reroll. It counts.
Oh, you don't reroll. Oh, it just counts as 2. Okay. So in which case, 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so you get a vision in which you see 2 policemen talking about the murders that happened, tracking the murderers, and going into this building, thinking this is where the criminal is hiding. And as they go in, you hear laughter, and you see a monstrous, twisted face of a slightly hunchback Nosferatu, whose skin, his skin is sort of wrinkled. His jaw seems to be slightly to the right side. He's grinning. He's missing some of the teeth. His upper lip is larger. Skin is sort of darkened, but with very light patches, as if it was losing color in places. And he's just grinning and laughing, and then hits one of these people over the head with a shovel. And then you see him and several others, one of whom you recognize. And you recognize this face before. And you know that this is the one who used to be your friend. You have it in your notes.
I start flicking back through and then just whisper, Arik?
You see him with his gangrel claws out as he stabs them through one of the men. And then you get glimpses of the two policemen getting tortured to the sound of laughter. And you see a man in a priest's robe coming outside from one of the other rooms with a smile, gesturing, and others putting the body up as he paints the cross between in blood.
As she comes to, Bea doesn't normally react visibly to sort of signs of brutalism, but she does look genuinely perturbed by this.
We have already seen you before doing something like that.
Probably.
Probably. I assume you use the power.
She has a habit of just poking things and finding things about people. If someone has dropped a watch, she'll try and figure out whose watch it was. She uses it a lot.
What your Malkavian sense told you?
A Nosferatu. When you said he had like one of his lips was like bigger than the other, was it like an overbite or an underbite, or was it more just one?
Was it like kind of like an? It was kind of like bulging a bit.
Okay, so it was just swollen.
His upper lip.
Okay. Was a laughing Nosferatu, hunched over, hunchback, swollen lip. They came in here. She gestures at the bodies. They came in here looking for the murderer, and well, they found a pack by the looks of things. Someone I used to know was there.
Was the Nosferatu to the this?
Not just him. There was a gangrel I used to know. He helped torture them, and the priest came in, and he smiled as they were killed, and used their blood to paint this.
So how many of them there were? 3?
3, I think.
You saw some more people. You couldn't quite make out the faces. A couple more.
Okay, there was more than 3.
You think 5 or 6, maybe?
And did you sense how long ago this happened? Was it like?
Do I get an idea of that, or?
Not from that, but from the conversations outside, you would have known that it happened last night.
Right.
Well, good news. We're not alone. Bad news. We're not alone. Apparently.
I start flicking my notebook to stuff from my previous coterie and just quietly start reading through it.
So you read about your former coterie, all of whom, except for you and Arek, as far as you know, are now dead. And you read about Arek. Gangrel. He was a fairly young man before his embrace. Just turned 18. He was with you, and you were also hiding from Sabbat when it attacked in the early years of war. And he wanted to fight back more. He wanted to make his presence known, and he was also very scared at the same time. You could tell that he was scared. And you have it written down that you started getting very bad feelings about him from a certain point, but maybe you weren't yet used to these new feelings. But he, in fact, made contact with your enemies and attacked you, and only you managed to get away, as far as you know.
We need to go back. We need to go back now.
Like,
She looks very shaken.
Oh, okay. Time. Party is over. Let's go back. Mara got near you. It's like she take you like protectively and help you get through the window.
Just before, as she was talking, she was kind of scribbling some more stuff down, but she'll put the book away and move with you. It's okay. We'll be all right.
Look, there are people outside. We are alone.
There's still some people, not many. They are slowly walking away. There are 2 policemen still standing there, trying to warm their hands, breathing into them, try to keep warm.
Okay. Back to that quarters and we make a plan. And
So
try not to get killed in the way back.
So you go back, and as you approach, you enter the building and are about to go down, and you see the door is slightly open, and you hear 2 male voices coming from the inside.
Stay here. Obfuscating, I hurriedly but stealthily, even if I obfuscate, peek through the door.
So you peek through the door, and you see 2 young men in rather ragged, of them holding a crowbar, standing, looking sort of confused at each other inside. Like, do you think someone lives here? I don't know, maybe it was like that even before the war. Well, no, someone. So should we just grab some stuff and leave? I don't know, maybe we shouldn't. If people live here, that's not what we do. Listen, people live here. But maybe no one lives here. And they are having that kind of an argument for a bit.
There are 2 of them.
2 of them, yeah.
I go back to the rest of the group and I whispers. 2 idiots trying to, I don't know, rob us, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I'll go deal with this. No point spooking them quite yet. If we act as though we're coming down, is there like a back door or a different entrance we could come through?
There is a different entrance to your basement. You usually don't go through there, but you can.
I was thinking we could come through there loudly making noise to try and spook them to leave, like talking as though we're just coming back from a night out or something.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. It will make noise anyway because you would have to move some things around and
but just
like the door there is a bit rusty.
It's more giving them the opportunity to leave without violence.
So you're all doing that. You're going through the back door, open. The door screeches a lot. It's all a bit rusty. You push through it, and you hear like
laughing, and
I'll loudly go, "Oh, this door! Oh, it's always like this. We really need to get that oiled," quite loudly.
So you hear like, "Oh shit! I told you someone lived here," and you hear the steps leaving.
Yeah.
And you can go into your haven, and it's untouched. There is a little bit of like water from melting snows from their boots on the floor. The door is broken, like your lock is broken, but you will be able to fix a new chain or a new lock without much problem. And you are back in your haven after finding some signs of Sabbath presence.
will we tell this to Felicia when she gets back? I'm looking at Bea specifically.
Or I had a vision.
Oh, we can tell her you had a vision and we were home all the time.
Oh, yes. I mean, we could just say we were hunting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Felicia doesn't mind you going out to hunt.
Okay,
Meet your contact. She's not that. She wants to know where you're going. And especially with Bea, she might want to accompany you often. But she doesn't insist that you stay in the haven all the time.
Right, okay, fair enough. Okay, at which point she'll be like, no, it'll be fine. We'll just say that we were hunting and we came across it during that. We'll just tell her the truth.
Yes. It's the truth.
Yeah, it is.
So you wait for Felicia, and indeed, you tell her when she comes back with Roman. They don't look pleased about it at all. Roman goes to do some more investigating. Doesn't seem to find anything. And then the next nights, weeks, months passed. And there are few signs of Sabbath presence here and there. But from what Felicia and Roman tell you, it is more the case. On the other side of the river, it seems that occasionally someone makes a trip to this side. Until autumn's again, and the night of autumn equinox approaches. And on that night, Bea, you know that it's going to be dangerous. You have seen this. You have seen the signs of coming danger. You know that when the night and day becomes equal, and on the night when the night starts winning, there will be danger on the streets. And that night, Roman is in his hideout. He's actually been... You haven't seen him for the last few nights. He's okay. Actually, you're not sure if he's in his hideout or whether he's been scouting some other area. But Felicia is inside with you. And she is knitting, trying to focus on making a scarf. Over the last month, she's made lots of things. That's how she keeps herself calm. You know, she's them out to people that she meets on the street. She gives some to you from time to time. And she is sitting there,
the mother.
trying to focus. I think we shouldn't go out tonight. I think we should all stay in.
Do you plan to go out?
Sorry?
She plans to go out, or this is just like...
No, she's not planning to go out.
Yeah.
She's just knitting. Just that none of you should go out.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, Bear's been seeing some bad omens, and I think they're out there. I think there will be a lot of death tonight.
You mean the Sabbath?
I think so.
Alright. Then we definitely should stay awake.
It's quite common for Bea to wake up screaming a lot of nights. She tends to get very bad nightmares, and they've been getting a lot worse recently.
If there's something your omens are usually to be trusted. So, well, chaos tonight, there's something we can actually do. Just wait for the storm to pass. What happens if the Sabbath takes the city?
Well, my dear, as far as I know, Sabbath holds the city mostly. I wonder what happened to take it back. I really hope Roman finds somebody. He told me he had a lead.
Well, maybe it's time to plan things, thinking we are the ones that have to get the city back. Maybe.
She looks at you, considers you for a long moment. Let's see who Roman finds. I know you're all brave, but we won't take the city yourselves. Not from what's out there. Oh no. I hope Estera is still alive. I hope she managed to hide. I haven't seen any signs of her. Not for a long time.
I know who this Estella is.
You would have heard the name of this being her friend from before the war, another kindred that she got separated from early on in the war, and she's looking for. And you spend the night in your haven, I understand. What do you do? Do you listen? Do you try to focus on some mundane activity? What do you think about? Mara. What do you do? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling on that?
I'm worried that Sabbath may take my theater. I probably sometimes went to check the situation. I don't want to drive away from the city, mostly because I'm still attached to the theater. But she understands that probably she can't do anything, so she is quite frustrated by the fact that she can't go anything. So she's probably just pacing the heaven quite.
So you are pacing, thinking those
about what she can do to do something.
Janina, what do you do?
I think Janina thinks about Beas and her omens, and she hopes that everyone she cares about will be tonight safe, and that our Nosferatu friend will also be safe. And I think she spends the rest of the night like reading books to keep distracted and not wait for the morning so she could go to sleep.
And Bea, how about you?
She's very nervous, but mostly trying to keep it internal so that it doesn't affect Felicia. Do we have like separate bedrooms, or are we all sort of sleeping communal?
Well, you have few rooms in there. We managed to set it up quite nicely, bring some furniture in from like more destroyed places. I would say you have 2 bedrooms, maybe. So either 3 of you can be in one, or one would be for Mara and Janina, and you'd have one with Felicia.
Okay.
And you have your bed there.
Yeah. I'll probably be in the bedroom, sitting, attempting to sort of read some omens, trying to figure out if Roman is going to be all right.
So roll for perception and awareness again.
Oh no.
I think. Okay, difficulty. Do you mean all right this very night, or all right in a broader sense?
I think tonight is kind of
tonight. Okay, so difficulty 6.
Okay. How does willpower work in this system again?
You can spend willpower point for 1 guaranteed success.
Okay. I may do that then.
Spend your willpower.
So you said it was difficulty 6.
6, yeah.
2, 3. 5 successes.
So you see that he will come back very soon, and he will but there is some danger waiting later. But he will need to go. He will come back, and he will want to go soon again, and this other trip will be dangerous, but also very important.
Okay. She'll come back through looking slightly calmer now that she knows he's coming back at least once. And just say to the group, Roman will be all right.
You're sure?
For tonight. But we should stick together in future.
Okay.
That from her knitting, then tenses again, focuses on the movement as she knits her scarf. And you spend the night like that. You hear a few screams from the distance. At some point you hear someone laughing, running past, and some screaming. But no one disturbs you. Although, you know Felicia is very tense. And finally the sun rises, and you fall asleep. To see the next night what happened during the equinox. Thank you. We will pick up night after autumn equinox, 1947.